All right, let's go over the overall market, starting here with Enphase. Had earnings yesterday. They missed earnings. Is this still bullish here? Obviously not bullish today, but from here, is this setup bullish? I think overall it's still bullish. Why? We get this move down here. This is the A wave down. We get this retracement right here. This is A wave up. I'm going to go ahead and mark that. Then we get a move down here, and what makes it not possible for being an impulse is we get this higher high right here. So we get this move down, we make a higher high. This cannot be an impulse move. That makes this the B wave right here. How long did this take? This took about 6 months. And so we're looking at about half of the time to finish this wave down. We're at 4 months. We're a little bit past that. Did it finish today? I think there's a very good chance it's actually a 5-wave move now. So let's go ahead and look at the parallel lines here. Clearly broke it outside of it. So I have this listed as a 3rd wave. So I think that this should be bouncing out of here. It hit a demand zone today. It has bounced in the bottom. It filled that final gap. So I'm looking for a bounce that will not go into 95 bucks. I'm looking for, and this didn't hit the 1.61 fib totally. So it's still possible it comes down a little bit more to 74, 75. But after that, a bounce to at least this parallel line right here, maybe up here to like 85, 90 bucks. That would be wave 4. And then I'd be looking for a 5th wave down, potentially to, like this would say down here to like 60 bucks, but you have weekly demand here, and the 1.61 fib of AB is right here at 72 bucks. So 72 bucks would be my target. I think it should look something like this. Something like that. So we'll see. This bounce could take a while. They might just chop out options for a while and chop and make it move higher here for a 4th wave, and then one more move down for a 5th wave. But after that is finished, that should be ABC. And then that should be the overall B wave. Considering how low it's going, and how low it's gone, that would actually be at the low here, so you might not get as big of a pop as I originally thought. But you have so many gaps to the upside. You have 90, 100, 105, 110, 151, all the way up here to like 215 bucks. So I'm expecting a pop probably to at least 150. So something like that is what I'm looking for over the next year or so. And this is going to be helped out with the fact that the dollar and yields are going to be coming down here soon after they finish this current move higher. So that's Enphase. Tesla just chopping. I don't even know what to make about this anymore. I'm just following the moving averages. This is just, again, it's corrective moves the whole time. Another corrective move down here. I don't even know what this is doing here. It looks like it's doing some kind of ABC move. I would be looking for, again, still something back up here into the end of the day. That would actually probably cause some people to FOMO on thinking it's going to go up. And then maybe it falls back down here to demand at 208 all the way down, potentially to 180, depending on how earnings are. But it is earnings, so if they beat earnings, all of that could be out the window. I'm leaning bearish though still, because it's below all moving averages and you only have support down here. There's no support here at all. You can look at the weekly. So on the weekly, it's below the 20, it's below the 200, and you have 50-day support here at 207. On the daily, you have no support until 201. So 201 and 207 are the next support, and there's no demand zones here either. There's no reason to be bullish here. But I do think they probably are going to pull this back up. Or they could pull it up. We'll see, I guess. They've been keeping this down. How long has this been chopping for? This has been chopping for 12 days straight. It's kind of outrageous. But again, I'm looking down. You can see here on the hourly. If it were to go to 238, it's going to take it to like 5 standard deviations on the hourly. It makes more sense for this to come down. So I'll be hedging for that since I own shares. And let's go over BA. BA missed earnings. I think this is a first wave, and it's currently in a second wave. This could come all the way back down here to 150. It's already hit, though, this demand zone here at 150, and it looks like it's holding up pretty well. Hit the 0.5 fib. My next target is 175. So if this is a second wave, which I think it is, third wave should take it to 175. The stop is below 146. A big move higher should be coming for Boeing here shortly when they vote with the union strike. Let's hope that it is a go and everyone goes back to work, because that would mean the stock is probably going to recover. QQQ bullish setup here as well. C wave down. I don't care how low it goes. It can go all the way down here to 487. This is a bullish setup. I still don't know about the overall move, though. You got a impulse down. You have this move right here. This could end up being like this. It could go and still hold the highs and then come back down. But right now, I know for a fact that this is a bullish setup, and this should be making a move higher from here. So that might be something with Tesla earnings. We'll see. If Tesla is going to pull off something and completely disregard the TA, then that could be a driver of QQQ going higher tomorrow. SMCI, again, bullish on this as well. Bullish setup. Don't care if it comes down to 43 bucks. It should be coming up here to the gap fill at some point at 51.50, potentially all the way up here to this at 54.42. Mara, I didn't go over the miners. I got asked about the miners. You have daily support here at 16.24 to 15.31. I still think this is going higher as well. I think it's going all the way up here to 21, 22 bucks, and then I think you're finally going to get that move down. So I didn't do that right. So you're going to get something like that is what I'm looking for. This doesn't look like an impulse move to me, but I think it can just kind of float higher up here and then come back down here for a final move down somewhere later. This is very important, the dollar. So a few months ago, I've been saying this for a while actually, I was saying that right around here, the dollar is going to get bullish, and look what happened. It went from 100 all the way up here to 105. It's already hit the minimum target, but this could go all the way up to 112. So we got to be careful here. The dollar getting stronger should mean that people are going to cash. People are getting scared with the election coming up. The market should be selling off a lot harder than it is with this dollar spike. So this could last all the way for, let's see, 10 months. Potentially 10 months all the way up here to 110. I don't think that's going to happen. It looks like it's going to get this C wave out of the way pretty quickly with how hard it's spiking. But I wouldn't be surprised if it keeps on spiking here after the election and we get a drawdown in the market a little bit bigger. But of course, the setup is still bearish on the dollar. So it is, we're still looking for that B wave finish, wherever it finishes at, and then boom, C wave down. That should be the major melt up in the market. We should be looking at really a lot higher prices in the market whenever this C wave is finished. You're going to want to be in because that melt up, the yields are going to come down and the dollar is going to come down. Growth stock should take off like crazy. Let's take a look at IWM. So IWM has came down a little bit. It still never broke the high here. So potentially it's going to finally make this move down here in the next month or two. We'll see. Maybe they chop it higher. Maybe it ends up being a move like that. Maybe it's an expanded flat. But with the dollar getting stronger and yields getting stronger, this is going to have to come down. And at some point, I'm not going to be surprised to see this flush like, who knows, 5% in a day, maybe more, similar to like August. We'll see. But right now, a very corrective move after an impulse. At some point, we should be getting that flush down here, potentially all the way down here to 180. So we'll see. Seems like a pretty big move, but that's what should happen based on what's going on with the chart. At a minimum, based on how far it's gone right now, I'd be looking at 195. I was asked about Clean Spark the other day. Clean Spark, I think that this is potentially, that this was a fourth wave, it ended a fourth wave. I haven't looked at this one recently though. It's tough because I'm trying to match it with Mara's price action. And I have Mara going higher and then flushing. So there's a chance that this does the same thing. It comes higher. I think it's going to go higher short term. You see it bounce out of here in daily demand. Let's look and see where daily supply is on the chart. So daily supply, I would say this can come up here to 15 bucks, somewhere in this range. And then I'd probably be looking to sell. Bitcoin, you can see a lot of resistance in that area anyway. So if it's going to follow Mara's pattern, this is probably going to end up being, I had this as potentially a 5-wave move. And now I'm questioning it because of Mara. Let's see where the 1.61 fib is. So this is potentially going to be I don't know if it's going to go that low. Maybe like down here to 7 bucks at some point. I don't know. This has already made a low though. Came down to 8 bucks. I'm still going to watch this pattern because this looks correct to me. It's just different than Mara, and I'm trying to use Mara as like the guide. But this right here still looks like an ABC move to me. If this pattern plays out, you could still be looking at this like so maybe this does make a new high, but you have resistance here at 15 bucks. Again, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potentially. I'm looking at that pattern, and then I'll also be looking at something like this. Into this area around 15 bucks, and then down more, like that, and then go up after that. So those are the two patterns I'm looking at. This one makes the most sense. If it follows Mara's pattern, then it's going to make a new low than what this was in August. But it should come up here to this area right here around 15 bucks in my opinion. Right now, obviously down today, everything's down. The market's kind of crappy right now. And it's selling off a little bit more here. So down 1.1%. But again, this is a very bullish structure. I love these structures. It just gives away the move. It's just so easy. A, B, we're making a C wave down. It can go all the way down here to 487. If they really wanted to do something crazy, they could take it down to this demand zone at 485. But regardless, it doesn't matter. This is a bullish structure. A, whatever, down here, okay, C wave higher, like that. So anyway, I think that this is going to bounce back. And this is actually setting up really good for Tesla earnings. So we'll see. Maybe Tesla will surprise to the upside. TA-wise, bearish, 100%. But again, earnings are the wild card. If they have good earnings, then all bets are off the table. I'm going to leave it at that for now. We'll see what happens. The dollar, again, could be going up more in the near term. But overall, I'm bearish on the dollar. Boeing, I'm very bullish on. QQQ should be going up after this move is finished. CleanSpark and Mara, I'm expecting more upside in the near term. And ENPH, I'm short-term bullish. Actually, medium term, 6 to 12 months, pretty bullish. And I guess I didn't go over NVDA. I'll do that real quick. NVDA is just selling off here. Nothing really to say about NVIDIA. It's up 40% in the last month. There's a gap here at 137. Not expecting it to sell off hard from here. I think it can go up here to 147 to 153 before we get a big sell-off down here to potentially 120. This stock is really going crazy, and this is one of those ones where it's like you try to predict it, and you can't predict this really because you got an A wave up here, B wave up here, and it's going almost to the 2.61 retracement. Normally, I would say max 1250, but this stock just went crazy. The one thing I will say though is there were no supply zones until up here, and so I was down here at 10, like, there's no supply zones up here. And what happens? It goes right to these supply zones. You have one right here, and then you have weekly supply right here, and it's almost there. It's at 1670. I will see, but it looks to me like this is still a B wave though. So I'm still expecting another move down. How far it goes down, we'll see. Maybe it only comes back down here to $8, but I'm still expecting another move down. So I think I'm going to leave it at that for now. I keep on seeing new stocks though I want to talk about. BABA, Chinese stocks. This is a buy, in my opinion, here at 92 to 96, but it could come all the way down here to 85. You might get something like this. The overall setup, though, it could end up being, end up being a first wave down, though, too, to complete this, the final C wave down. This could end up going like this as well. So we'll see what happens with BABA. I wouldn't want it to lose $58 though, because I think it's still in this pattern like that. I'm going to leave it at that. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe for more updates. I'll catch you in the next video. This is open for everybody.